Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, February 20th. Today is President's Day, so I had the day off work, which I worked on today's project, but I also was working on our Stampin' Sisters Retreat projects, cutting. There's a whole table over here with just filled with cardstock that I've been working on today. Hi Ruth, thanks for joining. Let's see, weather's been beautiful for a couple of days. We had some snow / rain / ice on Thursday, and now it looks like we might have some more coming again Wednesday. Looks like we're going to get more rain and ice, which I would much rather have snow than ice, but we get what we get, right? Okay, so I see everybody's jumping on, so make sure you say hi. I am going to get my video up here on my computer so I can kind of watch for comments. Okay, there we go. Hi, Linda. Hi, Roseanne. Sharon's here. So thank you all for joining, kind of watching both comments and being able to see. So what did you do this weekend? As I said, I was busy stamping all weekend, or cutting, I should say, cutting and scoring lots and lots of cardstock. Other than that, it was a quiet weekend at home. Okay, Sale-a-Bration. Today is the 20th. We have 8 more days of Sale-a-Bration. Oh, thanks, Roseanne. I guess it's because I stayed home today. So 8 more days of Sale-a-Bration. So you want to get those orders in. I will point out the host code again for this month. Excuse me. Also make sure that you are commenting, liking, sharing, all that fun stuff. I have some giveaways from last week. Hi, Marianne. You and Linda are together tonight watching. That's fun. Okay. So I have 2 packages of and it's upside down, 2022-24 in color matte decorative dots. These things are fabulous to add on to all kinds of projects. And the winners from last week's comments and shares are Cheryl DeSico. So Cheryl, I will bring this with me tomorrow night for you. Thank you very much. And Deborah Kaiser, who lives in Iowa. So Deb, thank you very much. I will add this into the next package coming to you. I should be working on Paper Pumpkin to get those out. And hi, Annie. Thanks for joining. Trying to look through my glasses so that I can read what's up there. Okay, so let's turn the camera down and get started. All right, so give me a minute here. We're going to jump down. So Valentine's is over, right? So now it's time to start getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. You guys know that I am a huge seasonal stamper. That's kind of how I work my projects. Okay, so here is the host code to use for your Sale-a-Bration items. We are using a little bit of the Dandy Designs designer paper tonight. That is one of the items from Sale-a-Bration that you can choose with a $100 purchase. Sorry, my camera's a little crooked. Okay, so I'm not going to show you ahead of time what the project is. It's not a card, okay? All right, and so I am using, we're going to get ready for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm using the Friendly Gnomes and the dies that coordinate with it. These were carryover from the holiday catalog. If I remember right, these are currently not available. They're on back order, but you can't order them. The Friendly Gnomes is now in the mini catalog. We had Kindest Gnomes for the holidays. Now we have fun little springy gnomes. And then I'm also using the Lucky Clover stamp set that is in the mini catalog. There is a coordinating punch to punch out this one. However, it's also not available right now. And this is not coming in until middle or end of March, I think it is. So it won't be here in time for St. Patrick's Day. But this stamp set, it's really super simple to just cut it out by hand too. Okay? So let's get those out of the way. I've done some pre-stamping. Oh, let's see. What do I want to do? Pre-stamping and pre-coloring. This is out of the Friendly Gnomes. So we have their little house. And then we have Mr. and Mrs. Gnome. Okay. And then, all right, I think from there, I guess I should put the question out there. What have I told you in the past is my favorite thing to make? There's probably been a couple of them, but what is my all-time favorite item to make? And I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to see if anybody answers. How fast can you type? Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to use the Clovers from the Lucky Clover stamp set with Granny Apple Green. All right. Cheryl says boxes. Charlotte, no, my trip was wonderful. We had a very good time. Oh, there you go, Sharon. Wine and candy box. I think somebody, it just disappeared from here, but I think somebody said 3D projects and framed art. You are correct. Those definitely are my two favorite. We're going to do some framed art tonight. Okay. So I've got my little gnome people, and I've got my little piece that says, there's no one better than you. Okay. And so we're going to kind of lay this on here. So I stamped it with Memento, and I colored it in with my Stampin' Blends. I used light and dark Granny Apple Green. I used dark Pumpkin Pie with one of the skin tone colors kind of over it to dull down the orange just a little bit. And then the Petal Pink for the skin. I used light Parakeet Party for the lighter green. I used dark Crumb Cake with kind of the same skin tone here. I kind of went over the top of it just to kind of change the shade a little bit. And then again, I used dark Smoky Slate for his shoes, and then the same colors on that. And then I used Pumpkin Pie. I used that skin tone color. I used light and dark Crumb Cake. I used light Pale Papaya. And then this I just fussy cut out. Okay, again, there's no die, there's no punch, but it's not hard to do. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of lay these on here just for placement for a minute. And then I'm going to take my Clovers and I'm going to stamp them around my greeting. Okay, let's see if, yes, we can. Okay, then we're going to get some up there, some in there. And we're going to come down and around here just a little bit, okay? And then, can't have my house just floating, right? So I'm using the light Crumb Cake, and I will tell you this one's getting pretty light. So it kind of works that I'm just scribbling kind of some dirt. And you can see it's really getting light. But this works well that it's not completely filled. I could also have taken my Crumb Cake or Sahara Sand with one of the blending brushes and kind of got a light coating of dirt or sand. Okay. All right. That's going to work. So we are going to go ahead and adhere the house to our piece. Okay, about like that. And then we're going to do lots and lots of dimensionals. Okay, we're going to put dimensionals on our gnome guy. And I'm just going to build each panel as we go, and then we'll assemble the whole thing. Okay, we're just going to put him there. And then we're going to get some dimensionals on her. Took the top off, but not the dimensional. Okay, you guys are pretty quiet. Okay. And then we're going to put her on. Adorable. Okay, so that one's done. Okay, then I used the greeting from Lucky Clover, and I stamped, "A good friend is like a four-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have." Okay, I am going to kind of go again around the greeting and add some clovers. Okay, I'm seeing lots of little hearts and thumbs. Yay. Okay, you guys are liking this project so far? Wait till you see it all done. Okay, and then I stamped the clover. And so I'm going to fussy cut this out because part of my framed art belief is that everything should be dimensional. If I'm going to put it into a shadow box, which I am, I want it to be able to have some depth. Otherwise, I could put everything flat and I could put it just in a regular frame, but it looks so much better when everything's all popped up. And I know some of you don't like fussy cutting, but it's really not bad. Keeps us in practice, right? Cheryl, I love the gnomes too. And right now, Sheila's been sending me all kinds of fun little things that apparently gnomes and bees are really hot this year because she's been seeing them everywhere she goes. Kind of feel like I need to have a shopping day with her just so I can find them all. Okay. And so then we're just going to add that right onto there with dimensionals. And I am going to put a dimensional on each clover leaf. Because again, I don't want it sagging or folding up or, Linda, you found me, yay. Once I get started, I can't answer my phone, so. Okay, so there's that panel. And I just want to look, yeah, it's kind of what I thought. We're going to add a few more little clovers right around here. Okay. And then I stamped "Sending Luck and Love." So we need some clovers around this, right? We're just going Clover Happy tonight. Okay, I want to fill that in. Look at how cute. Just adding that little bit of green for you, Linda Vanderspool. Whoops. Okay. And then we're on our last panel. And I've already pre-stamped one of the balloons, okay? And then I pre-stamped the gnome with the heart, only we're going to cover that heart up. I stamped one more of the clovers from Lucky Clover, and we're going to fussy cut this. Sorry, I'm trying to read and cut and talk all at the same time. Okay. And so okay, you had a hard time finding me tonight. The best way to make sure is to follow my Stamp with Peggy page. Then when I come on, you'll get a notification and it'll be much easier for you to find me. I'll always be on the page when I do my lives. I share them then later onto my Stamp with Peggy VIP group, but my page, my business page, is where I will always be. Okay, so there I have, but it kind of didn't completely cover. So then I put, oh, where's my silicone sheet for Linda? Okay, I put some adhesive on the back of it, and I attached it onto a piece of Granny Apple Green, and then I cut it again. So yes, we have lots of cutting tonight. Again, it's not hard to do. It's just a little more time consuming. but I think when you see it in the end, you'll agree that it's worth it. Okay, let's get that extra out of the way. Always remember, turn your project, not your scissors. You're kind of sort of keeping your scissors about in the same place, and you're just turning the cardstock. All right. And now we're going to take a dimensional, and we're going to stick that right onto our gnome, and we're going to cover that heart up. Okay. Ready? And, oops, we need to go up just a little bit higher. And I want his hand to show also. Okay, there we go. All right, then we can go ahead and put dimensionals on the back of him, but we're not quite done. So we're gonna put dimensionals on him. One more. Okay, but before we stick him down, I stamped the balloon again on the designer paper. Okay, and this is where I said we're using just a tiny piece of it. And then we're gonna fussy cut this. See, so by finding different things, you can cover that heart up. We did the same thing with the kindest gnomes when we covered the lantern up with the pumpkin. So it works well. You just have to have something that's just big enough to cover. Okay, so fussy cut that balloon, and we're going to dimensional that. And we're going to put it right over the top of that one. So we have the string, but we have a green balloon. Okay, we're not going to stick that down yet. We are going to, again, actually, I guess I'm going to move him because I'm going to stamp clovers all over the place. I'm going to cover this whole sheet like it's a piece of designer paper that has clovers all over it. So, who has already ordered the Lucky Clover stamp set? If you were fortunate enough, you got it as a bundle. Like I said, unfortunately, oh, and you know what? I might have said it's coming in after March. Yeah, I said that wrong. It is completely sold out. They will not be getting that one back in again. Okay, so now we're going to take the backings off. And who says? Charlotte has it. Yay. It's an awesome set. I know everybody goes, oh, I don't really do anything for St. Patrick's Day. But don't you have fun just doing some of these fun, crazy little things? Okay, so we have our 4 panels all made. So now we're going to, and this one, I do adhere this down flat. I don't put dimensionals on the white to the black. Okay, so I have a black layer to go underneath all of my white layers. So we're just going to adhere these together. Okay, and then our sending love. And then last but not least, there's no one better than you. Okay. All right, now we have a piece of Granny Apple Green that is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, so we're going to use a bunch of dimensionals now because we're going to adhere these onto there with dimensionals. And again, I don't like the center to sag, so we are adding them all around. Okay, you know what? We're just going to do that on all of them first. And then this one, it's an 8 by 8 frame. Okay, and then the final piece. All right, now And I'm going to try this. I've been seeing this a lot, and I don't think I've had, I don't have any luck doing it. Some of them are using their pick tool to pick those backings off. I guess I'm a fingernail person because that doesn't work very well for me. Okay. Take all those backings off. And then we'll be able to just whip it right together. Okay, 2 more. Hi, Becky. Thanks for joining. All right, so now we're going to start assembling. And so we're going to, God, I'm all crooked here. All right, we're going to put our big gnome up in the corner with about 1/4 of an inch border around it. And then our sending luck and love, we're going to put that up there kind of about the same distance, making sure the top is even. And then our balloon gnome will go right down below that. And then our good friend will go right there. And look at how the black just makes things pop. Now we're going to add another layer of black. And this one I am going to do with seal. So the Granny Apple Green is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. The basic black is 7 by 7. And, okay. And then we're going to adhere it onto an 8 by 8. I do use thick basic white for the backing of it, just to make sure that it's holding up well. And yes, I did use almost 1/2 package of dimensionals for this project. Yeah, you guys are liking this. All right. And then, now, again, I eyeball it. You can use your grid paper. You can use a ruler. It's got about 1/2 inch border all the way around it. Okay. And it's ready to go in the frame. But I kind of thought, maybe some of these pastel dots, some of these gold ones, or sequins. Oh, and I brought my little Wink of Stella so that we can make the flowers kind of glitter. How about we add a little bit onto our little Clover. Okay. All right. Now let's see what we can do about, okay. I think I want one in the center of this Clover. And then, do I want one here? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, where else should I put some of these gold ones? How about we add a couple up here on this one? Because, you know, we're finding the pot of gold with our little leprechauns, right? I know they're gnomes, but they're kind of leprechauns. And then how about there? And one there. And one up there. Okay, I think that will do, don't you? All right, then we just slip it into our 8 by 8 frame and we are done. Now this one is completed, except I already put it in the frame before I thought about the sequins. So, all right, I gotta see. 2 of the mushroom? Cheryl, I'm not sure what you're questioning. Put some by the mushroom? Okay. But this is the project for today. Hopefully you like it. Oh, at the top. At the top of the mushroom. Oh. Kind of like the little antenna. Nope, I don't like that. Okay. Anyways, so again, we used the Dandy Designs designer paper. We used the Friendly Gnomes and the Lucky Clovers stamp set. Put the sequins on top of the mushroom. I thought about that, kind of like on these spots right here. So we may do that a little bit. Thanks for the green frame art. And Linda, I thought about you the whole time I was designing it with the greens. Know where the little circles are in the mushroom. Yeah, on these little things. I may do that. Let's see what that looks like. I'll grab one and put it on there. Oh, that might work. I got it stuck. See, we're going to finish designing it together. Yeah, that might work. We'll get another one right there. And another one. You know, that might be too many with this one right here. Okay, anyways, I decided that onto the white frame, 3 on the bottom corner and 3 on the top. There you go. All right. Lots of great ideas to be able to add some sequins and some little bit of sparklies onto some of it. So anyone who places an order between now and Sunday will get, and the order has to be at least $35, will get a kit to be able to make this yourself. So you'll get all the pieces. Obviously, I can't stamp them. So you'll get just the base pieces. You'll get the little piece of designer paper so that you can stamp the balloon. And if you're one of my team members or another demonstrator and you would still like, I will do the kits for $15 a piece. And all the supplies, everything except the frame. You will need to provide your own frame. So again, use this host code and an order of $35. You'll get the supplies to make this or a kit for $15. Just email me or comment in the comments and I will catch those. I see one person has shared the video that I can see right now. So again, make sure you do share it and that you tag some friends so that they join us. Again, if you're having a hard time finding me on Monday nights, just make sure that you follow my page. So I believe, let me go back up to the top of my thing here. There is, and maybe because I already have, but there should be a spot right there that you can click on follow right at the very top of Stamp with Peggy. Okay, so that's it for now. You guys have a great week. Be safe if you are getting weird weather this week. And I will see you next Monday, the 27th. I got to decide what I want to do for next week. Okay, everybody have a great week. See you later. Bye.